My talk today is centered on you. You. Who don't exist at all. The you that is a big illusion. We put so much reality there. I've been victim of it too. The burden of thinking. The burden of being the doer. And the great memory store that it creates. All kinds of patterns of mind and emotion and vitality, energy patterns that are stored in the consciousness until we dismantle them. And of course, you know the story, that we could program and we can reprogram. Our DNA allows that. And I'm not speaking just only of the genes, but the 98% that we don't know about. It speaks to the differences in us, the habits that have been developed from generations. I've been looking at a documentary which is very interesting. And it shows that deep sea divers in Indonesia, because of their lifestyle, and in 98%, they have developed spleen that are much larger than the average, so that they can stay underwater for a long time. Amazing what we can do when we think of limits. How the body can allow reprogramming. And this other fascinating thing I saw in a documentary is that a certain tribe in the South American continent, they have a high percent of arsenic in the water. And there are a lot of mummies. And when they check the mummies, the people died younger in the old times. And there was a high percent of arsenic in the body. So they knew that the water was the issue. But the people who are living there now drink water with a high percent of arsenic. That would be dangerous for us. But no issues whatsoever. The 98% of the DNA. What does it say? We can develop immunity. We can transform the body. Because of that region that we don't know, we dismiss that 98% of the DNA. And we focus on the 2%, which is the genes. We don't know about this. What we can do with it. Our little egos think it knows. There's so much more to know. I'm fascinated by it, absolutely fascinated. Now, when science begins to probe, I become excited. Because they are going to truly understand ancient wisdom. That says all is possible. See what your mind can do? With more intelligence, with more consciousness. What I want to say is that the memory store that we build, that we think it's us, can be changed, can be reprogrammed, can be rewritten, and can be dismissed completely. Who are we? We are infinite intelligence manifesting in a body. With the ability to create and recreate and transform. Dismantle. Now you can understand why we are considered to be Brahma and Vishnu and Maheshwara. Maheshwara is the destroyer of things, dismantling of things. Vishnu is the preserver of things. And Brahma is the creative power of the universe. We all have that power in us. So the you that we think we are is really the infinite manifesting in us. And we should not be caught up in that limited I, but seek to let the I be an instrument of the infinite power within you. Another thing that I need to say is how easily you think that the universe has forgotten you. And you are all alone by yourself. In misery and sadness and loneliness, not aloneness, loneliness. And there's a lot of self-pity that goes with it. Nobody likes me. The universe has abandoned me. I'm so unlucky. I cannot achieve this. I can't go there. No. There's no door that can block you. Knock and it shall be opened. Infinite possibilities exist for each one of us, if only we could understand and go beyond the ego thinking. The divine is ever with you, ever present. How do you want to meet the divine? As a person outside of you? Well, you're meeting so much divine entities every day in everything around you. And they come they masquerade in different forms. Do you only want to see saints in the world? What about the rest? Do you only want red roses? What about the rest? Do you want to color the world monochrome? You want a monochromatic world? No. Everything around you is divine, is manifesting divinity. How do you want to speak to the universe? Do you want to speak to a mythical God? Or do you want to speak to every living thing around you and see the wondrous divine in manifestation? Namo Stvanantaya Sahasra Murtaye. I bow to you, O infinite one of infinite forms. Sahasra Murtaye. Everything is a murti. Sahasra Padakshishiro Bahave. You have infinite feet, infinite arms, infinite eyes. You're seeing through everything. You're moving through everything. You're touching with everything. It's only you. Sahasra Namne. Every name is yours. Purushaya Shashvati, and you're eternal in being. Sahasra Koti Yugadharini Namaha. You carry millions of cosmic ages and cycles. And to you I bow, infinite one. Don't bow to a mythical God. God is before you in every manifestation. Don't you see it? Wouldn't you want to see it? Don't you make it a possibility? Do you hold on to that I that says, I am this and I am that, and this is my office, and this is how I've learned, and how many degrees I have, and how little I have? No. Nonsense. That's only for one lifetime. You live beyond lifetimes. These achievements are good, but don't define yourself by them. Be naked. You can wear anything that you want, but still underneath you are naked. Be aware of your nakedness, your truth, your originality. And don't define yourself by color of the skin, color of the eyes, color of the hair. Now, the spirit that moves within you. Define yourself by that, not the narrow boundaries that we tend to define ourselves by. Define yourself by what you really are, infinite spirit, manifesting in diverse forms. Sahasramute. And then you will celebrate what freedom really is. Learn to live in freedom. Don't define yourself by the store of memory. No, that's not you. That's not you. Unless you give up this ego, you can't find the self. You can't experience the self, rather. So don't think of experiencing the self in its infinite form whilst you're still nursing the ego. You can't. No freedom being ever did. Nursed the ego and became enlightened. They had to get the ego out of the way. That's what you have to do. One step at a time. Not because I say today you want to give it up in an instant. It'll create a headache. Study it well. Observe it well. And gradually detach from it. The universe will support you. The universe has your back, always. You are the universe. We are the universe. On this note, I want to wish you all a happy Sunday. From the depths of my being. Be awakened to who you really are. Don't be happy with the illusions of what we think we are. Have a blessed day, everyone. Namaskar.